Look at the terrible effort against Max Crosby by Conkle and Latham. They just play patty cake with Max Crosby.
They tell you a joke, but that boy won't tell you a lie. Cam Ward has been released from the shackles of Brian Callahan. But some people, and I talked about this on Sunday, have been calling out Cam Ward. Is he just Buns? Is he just Will Levis, except with more aura? I don't know. Let's look at the stats. So through the first 6 career starts, Cam Ward has 1,101 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 4 fumbles lost, and 25 sacks taken. Whereas Will Levis, in his first 6 starts, has 1,266 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost, and 19 sacks taken. What do you think? Well, I guess Will Levis wins too because he does the banana coffee thing, mayo. He puts mayo in his coffee with bananas. I don't know. Some weird Kentucky shit. I have no idea. But I want it to be known that Cam Ward has officially been set up for absolute and complete failure. Let's look at the list. So the last 4 quarterbacks taken number 1 overall have seen their head coach get fired during their rookie campaign. So 2021, Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer was finger blasting teenagers at an Ohio bar. Look it up. I'm not lying. 2023, Bryce Young, Frank Reich. I think he got fired again at college. I'm almost certain, but I could be wrong. Caleb Williams, Matt Eberflus. Why would you even stop making coaches be your head coach if you don't want to pronounce their last name? I don't want to say Eberflus. Cam Ward in 2025, Brian Callahan. He's gone. Now, obviously, Cam Ward had a few things to say. He hasn't really openly talked about it, but he did tell the Athletic that once he starts to get to play how he wants to play, he thinks the league is effed. Now, I will say, Cam has done a really good job at keeping things pretty tight and keeping things pretty professional when it comes to how he feels about certain things. But I think that speaks loudly to the idea that, he wasn't playing the type of football he wanted to play. Now, I do want to point out bad offensive line play, right? We're going to get into that. We're going to watch him get sacked 6 times and look at what that looked like. But on top of that, you also had poor wide receiver play. There's not a lot of positives in the Titans. And, hey, that's why they were picking number 1 overall. That's how that works. But getting into the nitty-gritty stats. So I want to talk about some stats that paint Cam Ward as good and maybe some that paint him as not so well. So first things first, the top 7 slowest NFL quarterbacks to release the ball. Number 1 is Bears Caleb Williams, which I'm surprised that he's longer, but I mean he's having an okay season. But number 2 is Jets Justin Fields, who literally plays football like he does not know how to play quarterback. Jalen Hurts, who they make fun of all the time. I mean that's got to count for something. Geno Smith, who is literally throwing the most interceptions in the league. Great job. And number 5, Cam Ward, then Josh Allen, then Jared Goff. So, in a vacuum, probably not good to be next to Geno Smith in anything. But when you also look at things like this, it's kind of hard to be that upset. Now, oh my God, it's always the Browns. Golly, I'm sorry. It's always the Browns, man. It really is always the Browns. Oh my God. Are you serious? I'm supposed to be making a video about Cam Ward. Okay. So, expected points added or lost from drops for quarterback. So, basically, expected points lost. So, these are the points lost from air yards and expected yak. So, basically, to say it in layman's terms, because I'm barely understanding it, basically it's showing how many opportunities teams have lost out on from their wide receivers dropping passes from their quarterback. So as you see, number 1, 8% is Mr. Cam Ward. But I just think it's so funny that right underneath is Joe Flacco. These are the stats of getting fired, because right there, then you have Mr. Dak Prescott, who has a great offense and a terrible defense, right? Then you got Spencer Rattler there, who seemingly has been doing good. Then Jaden Daniels, then Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence and BTJ had that whole dropping situation. So, we kind of hooted and hollered about the whole dropping situation with BTJ, with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, not Trevor Lawrence. Travis Hunter's not getting, the right targets and things of that nature. But they're not even, highest in loss EPA for drops, when it really is Cam Ward losing a lot of success on his receivers not helping him. So y'all take either of those how y'all feel. Comment down below if you think Cam Ward is the problem or if the coach is the problem. Well, we will never know because he's gone. So it is what it is. On to the next thing. Now, here are the 6 sacks for Cam Ward. We have a special angle right here that we're going to show you, because
look at the terrible effort against Matt.
One of the sacks, as you can see, I don't know if y'all know, but Matt Crosby's kind of good at football. Like, I'm not sure if y'all, you know what I mean? So putting, I think, a wide receiver out here, and then, hopefully that he can help. I don't know what that was going to do.
They barely.
So he kind of pushes him. JC Latham gets one arm on him, and then, they're falling into Cam Ward. So I just want to show you that there's a lot of different odd angles of people not looking great. So let's start from the top, though. Let's start from the top. Actually, we're gonna watch this man get sacked 6 times. Pause. Do I need a pause there? This is the wrong video. Gosh darn it. We're gonna watch a man get in the sack 5-6 times. That one was a pause. That one, we needed something there. All right. So 30 seconds. Pure unadulterated people getting sacked. So it's funny that we watched that first rep, because it makes this rep even funnier. Okay, so they're mugging up the line, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? He's wide. I mean, he's in a 9. He's outside this H-back, so he's in a wide 9, very pass rusher centric. They're in the empty. They're hoping actually to keep him wide, so he doesn't have a better track. TW, they tell you a joke, but that boy won't tell you a lie. But speaking about this, right, watch what happens instantly. So, understandably, this is a scary dude. So you want to get out here, get out on the block, right? My issue here, though, is you get this, and we gotta have a decision here. We gotta know that. Look, Max Crosby cannot go unblocked, but he can't go unblocked either. You can't have multiple people unblocked. So if you're wondering what happened here, it seems like we had a slide issue here. So they should have slid this way, right? Meaning center here, here, here. It should be one-on-one guard and Tyree Wilson, and then that should allow you to help here, because then, hey, center, guard, boom. That's what it should be. Now, what happens is they slide this way. So could this be on the, what's it called, quarterback? It could be possible. This could be a quarterback issue, but we got to slide that way. We got to slide to his right because of how wide Crosby is. They mugged up with 2 more backers to get you in here. So he does a great job, but you can see they're immediately sliding. He thinks he's going to be on an island with Crosby. How though? It really makes me. I have to assume that JC Latham was wrong here, because to be honest, everybody kind of gets picked up, except right here in the middle. So I really do feel bad for Cam Ward when people are just not even picking up what's supposed to be getting put down. So that's one sack to look at, right? Let's take a look at another one here. Max Crosby staying wide. Very, very wide. Now, I want you to notice 51 over on this side. He's head up. He's on the season of 7. It's a 7, right? I thought it's a 7 head up, but a 6 on the outside. I forgot how you call them. I forgot the numbers. It gets weird when you get into the tight end ones. But very wide, regular pass rush stuff, right? So what's being shown here? Now, this is I think either a linebacker or a DB, right? So you're really technically being shown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because he's on the line of scrimmage, but you're almost certain that he's not coming. Regardless, you're showing 5. You've got 5. You got 5. Actually, you got 6. You have the numbers here. So how this results in a sack, I'm very surprised. Look at the weight on this guard. Look at the weight on this guard. Look at the split here. So look at his base and look at his base. He's cheating. This right guard is cheating because of something that's about to happen, and we're about to see it here. Actually, let me make sure. So yeah, he's cheating probably because he wants to reach here. You see how he is just regularly on his front toes, right? Watch what happens. All right, so yeah, so I guess he thinks he needs to get out wide. I don't. Wait, what? Wait, what? Everything is wrong here. So yes, that's why his knee is so wide, because he knows he probably has a head up. He probably has he's gonna be on this island here. This right guard though, what? What are you doing? Crosby is wide. JC's 1-on-1 all day. They're gonna have to play their game 1-on-1. But the fact that he even gets here, you need to help him. But are both of y'all helping? It looks like they're both helping someone here, and everybody else is just on their own. These were a bunch of 1-on-1s, and then this. Oh my god! And then the dude who got dog, and then the dude who was getting double teamed, or at least supposed to be double teamed, is the one that makes this sack. Not all pro who was deep frying this right tackle. Oh my god, this motherfucker was in hell. Look at what he does to him. Look at the hand. Boom. So, oh my god, he's so good. He shoots a hand out. Get that shit off me. So he swipes once. He starts leaning. Swipes again. That second swipe doesn't work. But what does he do? He gets even with the quarterback, and now he's leaning. So the pocket it's over. So he has to step up, and he steps up into a man that's supposed to be getting double teamed, and instead he gets flattened. Not great. Not great. Okay, so let's see again. We're sliding this way. We're sliding towards Crosby. We've got two people in the backfield right now. How does this result in a sack? There are 4 people on the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to result in the sack. There's 4 people. I got 6, 7 people. I got 6, 7 people in the box for the Titans. This is going to be a sack too somehow. So let's watch it. Play action. So he fakes, he comes. What are y'all doing? Max Crosby is having a great time over here. I mean, wow. I don't even know what to say. Like what was told. It looks like everybody is, and when I say helping, you'll see. I wish somebody would block right so I could show you what I mean by that. Okay, so you see how this center has his hand extended out? That is not, it's not like a full double team, but what that is you're helping. You're helping your tackle as you lead to find another. You're looking for work. So what you'll do is you'll put that support hand. So if, possibly maybe a stunt comes or maybe he bullies hard here, you're giving him support. You're giving him a support hand as you look for other rushers or someone. So he's looking for Tyree Wilson coming, right? But the problem is he's helping and he's helping. Again, it doesn't look like this offensive line knows what they're supposed to be doing unless they're in one-on-one blocking situations. You got a one-on-one here. This should be a one-on-one, right? This is a one-on-one with a chip help. He's supposed to be chipping and helping. J.C. Latham's supposed to be out there. It don't matter. He's getting cooked. He's getting cooked. Everybody's helping. He finally dislodges and he takes on Tyree Wilson himself. So there you go. He's falling. Like, it's just not great. This is ugly. This is bad. This is really, really bad. This is a malfunctioning football team that does not do anything well. So what does that leave for the new regime of people, Mike McCoy and Mike Bronzangi? I don't know who these people are, but they're going to have to explain what's going on and what's next for these awful, awful Titans. Let's see it.
Mike has a lot of experience in the league. Has been a head coach. He's a former quarterback that's played. He's had some years.
No, I think the Titans are just that bad.
He's been around NFL quarterbacks. Philip Rivers, Peyton Manning's. I was with Trevor Lawrence last year, a young guy that is, getting acclimated from some of the college offenses. So he has a lot of experience doing it, and I've always had a lot of respect for Mike.
And then here is the man, Mike McCoy, speaking on getting to spend time with his daughter while he was out coaching.
In this profession, we spend a lot of time away from our families. And so that gave me an opportunity to spend time with my daughter, Liv, and my son, Luke, my wife. I loved it. Because, and you can see why I got emotional, is because from 2000 to 2018, I wasn't around a lot. And so it gave me an opportunity. My daughter was in the University of Arizona, so I got to spend a lot of time at the Parents' Weekend. I got the greatest wife in the world. And so, I loved it. I'd say I missed the game. I really did miss the game. And I talked a couple of times to people about joining it, joining their staffs. And for one reason, it didn't work out. But I wouldn't trade it for anything because I got to spend a couple of years with three of my, it's what I did for. So.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, man, it's great to see that there's somebody coming in there with passion. So I hope that passion results in people actually blocking and hopefully them not absolutely wasting what I think is a gem in Cam Ward. But you let me know how you feel down below in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like football content. Hit that bell icon, not miss anything. And we'll see you next time.